So for the Levitical priests, okay, God pays them their tithe through the people of Israel. God commands the people of Israel to tithe on everything of value that comes into their possession to the Levite priests. But the tithe comes from God, and the channel by which he pays his priests is the people of Israel. God commands them to give the Levite priests that money, but it's God who's commanding the people to do it, and most likely the people under a carnal law most likely wouldn't do it if they weren't commanded to do it. And I had a strong exhortation on that in one of the parts of our study of chapter 7, that this is a big mistake of the pastors in the church today to teach their people that the tithe is under the old covenant and that they don't have to do it, that they should give what they can afford, because everybody's definition of what they can afford is not the same. And the average young Christian, if you ask them what they can afford, they'll tell you what they can afford after they pay all their bills and go out to the movie that night and get the new dress for New Year's Eve and put their kids in college and get the most expensive carriage and crib for their new baby. And then what they have left, they'll see what they can afford to try. You're endangering your people by making them, subject the right word, by abandoning them. You're betraying your people by abandoning them to the reasoning of their carnal mind, which is an immoral mind. When you release them from the commandment, when you release someone who has an immoral mind from the commandment, and you let him draw his own conclusion as to what the moral thing to do is, you're abandoning your disciple to the sowing and reaping judgment.